Vicious woman, you'll pay for this.
My hell didn't start in that infirmary. It began right here in the lobby, with a lie meant to destroy me. Lin Xue wanted a scapegoat. She called me a temptress, unaware I was only trying to save my family's dignity. While I struggled downstairs, a storm brewed in the VIP suite. Qin Xiao was trapped in a haze of drugs and fury.
Oh my, ladies, why haven't you gone in yet? Lord Qin is about to explode in there. Whoever can stay in there for a minute without being kicked out, the Qin family will reward you $1 million. Whoever stays the night, the Qin family will ensure your fortune forever. Don't just stand there, get in now.
He was dangerous, explosive, and completely untouchable. He was the last person a girl like me should ever cross paths with. Fate has a cruel humor. Before I could think, I was shoved into the lion's den.
I'm not cosplaying.
I wasn't cosplaying. I was just a girl with a room service tray and a heart pounding against her ribs, walking straight into a trap that would change my life forever. That night left me hollow, but reality gave no time to grieve. My aunt demanded I pay a debt that wasn't mine.
Auntie, both my parents are gone. Their bodies aren't even cold yet. And you've already taken all of their settlement money. Now you want to sell me off too?
They were holding my parents' funeral hostage. My blood ran cold. If I wanted to give my mother and father a proper burial, I needed a massive amount of money, and I needed it now. Desperation led me back to the only man who could afford my price, even if it cost my pride.
Is what you said still true?
He looked at me with pure contempt, thinking I was just another gold digger. I didn't correct him. As long as the check cleared, he could think whatever he wanted. The transaction began with a command. My hands trembled as the room's air turned thin.
I've never undone a man's belt before.
In that moment, I wasn't a student or a daughter. I was just a commodity. I closed my eyes and let the darkness take over. Weeks later, the richest man arrived for an inspection. My nightmare was standing right in front of me.
Why is it him? He is Lord Qin.
Qin Xiao. The man from that night was now my boss. If he recognized me, I'd lose everything. I tried to hide, but a mother's scream for help broke my cover. While everyone else was busy trying to impress the billionaire, a child was dying right in the middle of the lobby.
He's okay now.
I saved the boy, but stepped right into the spotlight I was trying to avoid. Lin Xue tried to frame me for saving the child, but Qin Xiao wasn't blind.
It's you who should be punished. When a child dining in this hotel has an accident, none of you except her bothered to help with first aid. If I remember correctly, every waiter undergoes first aid training before joining. If you can't learn it, then there's no reason for you to stay.
He dismantled her with a single sentence. For the first time in my life, someone powerful was standing up for me, even if he didn't know who I really was. He even gave me a bonus for my quick thinking. $3,000, it felt like a fortune, and a lifeline for the baby I was so desperate to protect.
Thank you, Lord Qin. With this money, I can save my baby.
He looked at me with a strange intensity, as if he were trying to piece together a puzzle. I had to stay calm. I had to be a stranger. But Lin Xue's jealousy had turned into a poison. She dragged me to the infirmary, determined to humiliate me with a forced medical exam, just to prove I was unclean.
Still stubborn? Whether you're sick or not isn't up to you to decide. You there, pin her down on the bed and strip her.
I was pinned down, terrified that they would discover my pregnancy and use it to destroy me. I screamed, but the clinic felt like a dungeon. She slapped me when I fought back, but I wouldn't let them hurt my child.
No, don't touch me. No.
I was at my breaking point, praying for a miracle in a place that had only ever given me misery. Then, the door was kicked open. Qin Xiao stood there, a god of vengeance in a tailored suit. He didn't just save me. He looked ready to burn the whole hotel down for what they'd done.
Lord Qin, wait.
He held me with a gentleness that terrified me more than Lin Xue's violence. He was starting to care. But what happens when he realizes I'm the gold digger from that night? And more importantly, how long can I hide the fact that I'm carrying his heir?
She's the one who seduced you and broke the hotel rules. I was teaching her a lesson for you.
Qin Xiao's touch was gentle, but the air around us was lethal. He wasn't just my savior, he was a judge. I could feel his eyes searching for the truth. I was so desperate to hide the truth about that night and the heir I was carrying. Lin Xue was still trying to claw her way out of the hole she dug, but she didn't realize she was already buried. She thought a few more lies would save her. She was wrong. Watching her crumble was a relief, but the ice in Qin Xiao's eyes told me that the judgment was only beginning.
Send her to the asylum.
Lin Xue's desperate pleas for love only made the room colder. She didn't understand that Qin Xiao doesn't do mercy, he does disposal. He doesn't care about her years of service or her twisted devotion. In his world, a mistake is a death sentence for a career. One sentence, and her life was over. I should have felt safe, but seeing how easily he discarded her made me wonder what he'd do to me if he found out I was the one who seduced him for $50,000. With Lin Xue gone, he insisted on a hospital visit. If a doctor discovered my secret, the lie would be over.
If I go to the hospital, he'll find out about the baby.
I had to decline his help, even if it meant looking ungrateful. I just needed to get away from his suffocating presence before my heart gave me away. He cornered me again, treating me like property. I couldn't take the condescension. Being poor doesn't mean I don't have a soul.
Why do you all have to humiliate me like this?
I wasn't just a server to be toyed with. I was a human being who had lost everything, and I wouldn't let him take my last shred of dignity too. He asked if I was pregnant. My heart stopped. Did he know? I had to know what he thought of a life that was half his.
Lord Qin, do you like children?
I waited for a verdict on my child's fate. To him, children are just a burden.
I don't like them. They're noisy and trouble.
That was it. I couldn't let this child be born into a world where its own father despised it. I'd handle it alone, even if it meant losing the only connection I had left to that night. While I was planning my exit, fate was busy making a grand entrance. Qin Xiao's mother, the very woman who started this nightmare with a drug, spotted me at the clinic. She saw through my disguise in a second. To her, I wasn't a waitress. I was a walking miracle.
That's wonderful. She's pregnant.
She looked like she'd won the lottery, but to me, it felt like the cage doors were slamming shut with a finality I couldn't escape. Qin's mother wouldn't let her heir disappear. She was a woman of action, hunting me down like a fugitive.
Go and find her. Immediately. If she loses even a hair, I will hold you accountable.
I was now the carrier of the Qin family's future. My aunt and her son only saw me as a paycheck. They were ready to sell me to settle their own debts.
Nuan, come home with us right now. Boss Wang is waiting for you.
They were dragging me back into the gutter, and this time, I didn't have the strength or the money to fight back. I was trapped between a family that wanted to sell me and a man who didn't even know I existed. Back at the Qin mansion, the truth was finally catching up to the mountain of lies. My secret transaction for my parents' funeral was laid bare by his assistant. The gold digger image I had cultivated out of necessity was shattered in an instant.
It was 50,000. She had no other choice. She did it to bury her father. She's definitely not some gold digger.
Qin Xiao finally realized that I wasn't the social climber he imagined. I was just a daughter trying to give her parents a final resting place. But knowing the truth didn't change the fact that I was already in the hands of monsters. I was trapped in a nightmare, sold to a man who looked at me like a piece of meat. Boss Wang was a predator, and my relatives were the ones who fed me to him. In a moment of sheer desperation, I used the only weapon I had left to protect myself and the life inside me.
Don't touch me. I'm pregnant.
I hoped the baby would bring out some humanity, but I was surrounded by wolves. Just as I was about to lose all hope, the warehouse doors burst open. Qin Xiao stood there, silhouetted against the light, like a god of vengeance. He looked like he was ready to kill anyone who had even dared to look at me. He didn't just come to save me, he came to reclaim what was his.
Who dares to touch my woman and child?
He claimed me, and for once, I felt like I belonged. The shock on my relatives' faces was the only thing that kept me from collapsing. They thought they could bully a waitress, but they didn't realize she was carrying the blood of the most powerful man in the city. Qin Xiao didn't just save me, he marked me as his own in front of the people who had tried to destroy me.
She is my woman, and she is carrying my child. If you touch her...
He stood between me and the vultures who raised me, his presence a shield I never thought I'd have. I was safe, but at what cost? Once the vultures were cleared out, we were left with the cold, hard truth of our situation. I told him I'd get rid of the trouble, just like he wanted. I didn't want to be a burden to a man who didn't love me, but then he said the words that changed everything.
I said, keep the baby.
He wanted the child, but his world only knows prices, not love. Legitimacy costs 300 million and a contract. I'd give him an heir, he'd give me a future.
Keep the relation private, we only register it. Once the baby is born, I'll give you $300 million, and we'll divorce.
I signed my life away on that dotted line. For the baby, I'd do anything. Even marry a man who looked at me like a business investment rather than a wife. I became the young mistress, safe but alone in a gilded cage. The contract had officially started.
You'll stay here to focus on your pregnancy.
Could 300 million help me survive a marriage built on a lie?
That's wonderful. Fantastic. In our the Qin family, we finally have a daughter-in-law. Someone come here. Bring in all the gifts for my daughter-in-law.
300 million is a life-changing amount, but living in this mansion feels like being a bird in a gilded cage. Qin Xiao's mother is already treating me like a queen, piling on gifts as if they could buy my silence and my loyalty. She calls me her daughter-in-law with such joy, but we both know the truth. I'm just a temporary vessel for the Qin heir, signed and sealed in a secret contract. The luxury comes with a price I wasn't prepared for. My mother-in-law is determined to turn this business arrangement into a real marriage, starting with a wardrobe that leaves very little to the imagination.
It fits perfectly. So beautiful. Follow me. Tonight, you're staying in the master bedroom. With shower. Move. Go on. Off you go.
She pushed me into his bedroom. My heart pounded at the look in his eyes. Standing there in that outfit, I felt exposed in more ways than one. Qin Xiao looked at me, his gaze intense but unreadable. He didn't kick me out. Instead, he told me to get closer.
Last week, in Angel Town, a wonderful thing happened. A giraffe pushed a pink gift, walked past the pink house, and met a turtle family. Wow, What is this? Good morning.
It was the first time we were this close without an argument. For a second, I forgot we were just two strangers bound by a piece of paper. The cold CEO did the unexpected. He began reading to my belly in a low, steady voice.
Last week, in Angel Town, a wonderful thing happened. A giraffe pushed a pink gift, walked past the pink house, and met a turtle family. Wow, what is this? Good morning.
Watching him be so gentle with a child he didn't even want at first, it made my heart race for all the wrong reasons. The peace was fragile. I needed independence, but Qin Xiao took my desire to work as an insult.
It's not that, Lord Qin. It's just that this is a contract marriage. I can't just live off you. And we are going to divorce eventually. I need to have the ability to support myself.
He thinks everything can be solved with a check. He doesn't understand that I'm fighting for my dignity, not just his money. The manager fired me. Then the real nightmare started. The black card was gone.
Out. You offended Qin Group and still expect a job? Now get lost.
No job, no card, and no way to pay back the debt I owe to the man who now owns my life. My greedy relatives found the card. They only saw a ticket to a luxury life.
Lord Qin's card? Why didn't you show us sooner? We're starving to death. Hand it over.
They were ready to bleed the Qin family dry, and I was the one who would have to answer for it. They went on a spending spree, unaware they were digging my grave.
I want a watch. I want a mansion.
Every swipe was a countdown to the moment Qin Xiao would find out I lost his trust along with that card. 100 million spent in a minute. The storm was coming, and I was in its path.
That's the black card I gave Wen Nuan.
He thinks I'm finally showing my true colors. Qin Xiao has his own way of exerting control. When he found out I was still working night shifts despite being pregnant, he didn't confront me. He just ended the night shifts for the entire hotel.
It's over. It's all over. First that fool Lin Shui infuriated Lord Qin. Now Lord Qin suddenly orders to cancel night shifts.
He thinks he's protecting the baby, but he's making my life a living hell. Back at the mansion, the atmosphere was even stranger. I came home to find the kitchen staff being chased out and Qin Xiao standing over the stove. He was actually cooking for me.
Is this what you call professional? Everyone, get out. Get out of my sight. I'll do it myself.
He claims he's only doing it for the baby's nutrition, but the way he fussed over the soup made me wonder if there's a heart behind that icy exterior. The manager forced me to stay for a guest. Qin Xiao couldn't hide his jealousy.
Need. It's always the woman who asks when the man is coming home. Am I, Qin Xiao, some neglected housewife? Let her come back when she wants. What's next on the schedule?
He acts like he doesn't care, but the moment he heard where I was out the door. The predator was coming to claim his property. Trapped and alone, the man I was escaping became the only person I wanted to see.
I don't want to be here. I want to go home.
He stood there like a god of vengeance, and for a moment I actually felt safe. But as he walked toward me, a terrifying thought crossed my mind. I'm starting to rely on a man who bought me for a baby. If I lose my heart to him, will the 300 million even matter? Or am I just trading one nightmare for another?
I'm doomed. How can young mistress be here? She's wearing a server's uniform. Is this some kind of roleplay?
He stood there like a god of vengeance, and for a moment, I actually felt safe. But as he walked toward me, a terrifying thought crossed my mind. If I lose my heart to him, will the 300 million even matter? Or am I just trading one nightmare for another? My nightmare was just beginning as he caught me in this server uniform, and his assistant looked like he'd seen a ghost.
I didn't expect hotel servers to provide such special services.
The manager was practically bowing to the floor, but Qin Xiao's eyes were locked on me. He didn't see a struggling student. He saw a woman he'd bought and paid for, now moonlighting in a place like this. He looked at me with pure disgust, mocking my overtime as if I were selling my soul along with the drinks. I looked him in the eye. If he wanted a transaction, I'd give him the bill for my dignity.
If I serve you, you pay me.
The manager tried to force a drink on me. I panicked. I can't drink while pregnant. In desperation, I looked to him.
Lord Qin, please help me.
Qin Xiao turned the manager's cruelty against him, forcing him to drink. It was brutal, but I felt protected.
Since you love drinking,
But the protection was a lie. As soon as we were alone, the venom came back. He accused me of selling myself for money, as if the contract we signed wasn't proof enough of what he thought of me. If he thinks I'm so obsessed with cash, then why keep me around? I'd rather be poor and free than a rich man's punching bag.
I do love money. That's just who I am. We're getting a divorce anyway, so who I am is none of your business anymore.
He dragged me away.
divorce? She dares to mention divorce?
The truth caught up to him. He realized he'd punished me for a crime I didn't commit.
It was me. I misunderstood her.
He ordered me to undress. He just wanted to apply oil for the baby.
Even though it's a secret marriage, we are still husband and wife by name. He's a normal man, so he'll definitely want to do it.
He wants to keep me in a gilded cage, safe and silent. He thinks his money can buy my obedience, but I can't breathe without my own independence. Especially now that the black card he gave me has vanished. I need to earn every cent back so I don't owe him a single thing.
You spent millions and millions, all on card. Now you're telling me you don't want to spend my money?
His maids blocked my path. He's determined to keep me under his thumb, but I need my independence.
Young mistress, where are you going?
I started doing deliveries for dignity, but fate sent me straight to Qin Mall.
New delivery order. Please proceed to Qin Mall for pickup.
Qin Xiao saw me. The storm was about to break.
Huh? That person on the scooter. Isn't that Madam? The Qin family, young Madam, is actually delivering food.
My greedy relatives were living like royalty on my tab, using the black card I'd lost.
Mom, I want this suit. $38,000. Small change.
I tried to snatch the card back, but my brother shoved me aside like I was nothing. They didn't care about the trouble they were causing. They only cared about the zero-limit high. With one brutal swipe, they didn't just buy a suit, they bought my destruction. $5 million gone in a heartbeat.
Transaction successful. Total spent $5 million.
My world collapsed.
We're out of here.
This is just her tactic. I've said before, she can spend the money, but don't be a hypocrite. Shopping in a delivery outfit? She's really something.
I was reeling from the $5 million shock when I saw his car. He saw my delivery gear as a performance. He abandoned me to a debt I could never pay. I was his most expensive mistake.
You traitor. You won't give the family money. And now you want to cut off our income? I'll ruin you.
My relatives cornered me, treating me like a traitor. I was fighting for the life inside me. I was at my absolute breaking point, lying on the floor and begging for a phone call while they debated selling me off to the mountains like cattle. They didn't care about the child, they only saw a payday. But just as my uncle was about to drag me away, a voice cut through the air like a blade.
Stop!
Qin Xiao was back, looking like a terrifying storm. I had to tell him about the card. I couldn't let him think I spent $5 million.
Card you gave me? I lost it. They still have it.
I watched his reflection in the window. The silence was suffocating as he realized the truth. Every insult he'd hurled at me, every moment of disgust, it was all based on a lie. I completely misunderstood her, he whispered to himself, and for the first time, I saw a flicker of regret. Qin Xiao didn't listen to my relative's lies. He pulled me into his orbit with a possessive grip.
Wen Nuan. Is my Qin Xiao legally wedded wife? And the only young mistress of the Qin family.
He didn't just save me, he gave me a title that felt like a shield in front of the people who had spent my whole life tearing me down. Then, with one cold command, he ordered them out of the city forever. My nightmares were finally being erased. His mother arrived in a fury, scolding him. But the doctor's report was the real blow.
The patient is overworked, and along with external impact and emotional stress, there are signs of a threatened miscarriage.
Hearing those words made my heart stop. I had worked myself to the bone just to stay independent, and I nearly killed the only thing that tied us together. Luckily, we were in time, but the fear in Qin Xiao's eyes was something I'd never forget. Later, he sat by my bed, his arrogance replaced by vulnerability. I wasn't an investment anymore.
Sorry. It's my fault.
His apology felt heavier than his anger ever did. How am I supposed to keep my heart guarded when he looks at me with such genuine remorse? I wanted to tell him it was okay, but the gap between our worlds still felt like an ocean. Recovery meant his suffocating care. He ignored my protests, acting as if he owned everything.
There's nothing on you that I haven't seen. Let go.
He picked me up as if I weighed nothing, his touch burning through my hospital gown. This man is dangerous not because of his power, but because he's making me forget that this whole marriage started with a contract and a misunderstanding. The hospital bill made my head spin. His world is built on numbers I can't comprehend.
Added up in one day, it's $500,000. The money he spends casually is more than I could earn in several lifetimes. The gap between us is just too wide.
I'm just a girl from the streets carrying a billionaire's heir. To him, this is pocket change. To me, it's a debt that will swallow me whole if I ever let my guard down. I need to get out of this hospital before I owe him my soul. He wants a woman who belongs entirely to him.
From now on, you're not allowed to mention the word money, nor are you allowed to mention repay. You are my wife. Spending my money is only natural.
Every dollar he spends feels like another link in a golden chain. He filled the hall with luxury brands, declaring his woman should have the best.
A gift from me, Qin Xiao, has never been returned. Besides, whatever other women have, my woman must have it too, and better than theirs.
For a moment, I let myself believe the illusion. I let myself feel like the young mistress he claimed I was. His kindness was so overwhelming it started to feel real, like we were actually a loving couple, instead of two people tied by a signature. I reminded him of our divorce. The warmth in his eyes turned to destructive rage.
Fine. Very well. So you know your place, huh? Throw all this trash away.
He destroyed everything. If I'm just a contract, why does divorce enrage him so?
Thank you, Mom and Dad. It's a promise. Dad, Mom, I really got into Huaqing University. But you're both gone now. And Look at me now. I'm pregnant, and I owe Lord Qin so much money.
The shattered glass reminds me I'm just a contract. Yet, I received my admission to Huaqing, my only remaining dream.
Look at me now. I'm pregnant, and I owe Lord Qin so much money. Lord Qin definitely won't want me going to school with a huge belly and embarrassing him.
I'm drowning in debt and carrying his heir. How can I go to campus without embarrassing him? Maybe this dream should die. Qin Xiao appeared, cold as ever. I hid the notice, afraid he'd think I was extorting his pity.
What are you looking at?
He found the envelope I'd stained with tears. He realized Huaqing was a miracle, and that I hid it because I was afraid of him.
With her family background, getting into Huaqing is a miracle. To her, this should be a huge celebration. So why hide it from me? Is it because of me?
While I was upstairs mourning my lost future, Qin Xiao was actually losing sleep over my silence. He couldn't understand why I wouldn't just ask him for what I wanted. So, he did the most CEO thing possible. He asked his assistant for a business strategy on how to handle a wife who is terrified of her husband.
It's not just about school. It seems she's afraid to tell him about anything at all. She just carries all her burdens alone. Why is that?
Qin Xiao decided to buy the school, donating a building and a scholarship in our names.
Got it. Go. For Huaqing University. Donate a whole building.
The next day, he dragged me into the car without a single word of explanation. I thought he was finally throwing me out of the mansion after our fight, but then the car stopped, and I saw the stone gates I had dreamed of since I was a child.
Lord Qin, where are we going?
Qin Xiao paved the way with his checkbook, even bringing a maternity team to the campus clinic.
Let's go, Mrs. Qin. This is where you belong. Come. I'll walk you in.
I kissed him out of gratitude. I left him stunned as I ran into the school.
Oh my goodness. Lord Qin, your face. Lord Qin, could you maybe just bear with it? This is unseemly.
Yan Yan recognized the Rolls Royce and cornered me. I had to admit the truth. I'm married.
Stop acting. We both saw it. That was a limited edition Rolls Royce Phantom. Only Lord Qin has that. Spill it. Are you and Lord Qin?
Lin Wanru claimed the millions were spent for her, making my life hell once again.
He didn't just donate a building. He set up a $100 million scholarship. Could it be that one of the freshmen is his favorite girl, so he's being so generous?
Lin Wanru implied I sold my body to get into school. She has no idea who my husband really is.
Tuition at Huaqing isn't cheap. I heard. Your parents are gone. How did you get in? Maybe your poor uncle sold you to some old man? Or did you sell yourself?
I stood my ground. But Lin Wanru kept lying until Nian Nian dropped a bombshell on the crowd.
How dare you disrespect our eldest miss? The Qin family and the Lin family are family friends. Eldest miss just enrolled this year, and Lord Qin donated the building. If not for our Wanru, could it be for you?
Lin Wanru was convinced Lord Qin was coming to propose to her. I just stood there, heart sinking.
Lord Qin, why would he come to the orientation?
Qin Xiao was here to find me. If he reveals our secret, my life here is over. What will he do?
That's enough. I wonder if she'll be surprised. When she sees me?
Some people, what's the point of good grades? They're nothing more than beggars living on scholarships.
I stood in the crowd, trembling as I saw his car pull up. Qin Xiao wasn't here for a business meeting. He was here to find me. If he reveals our secret on that stage, my life at this university will be over before it even begins. I tried to blend into the sea of students, but Lin Wanru was already there, blocking my path like a wall of expensive perfume and malice. She looked at me with such disgust, as if my presence alone was staining the campus. She threatened to cut my scholarship with a single word to Lord Qin. She has no idea that the man she's worshipping is the same one who shares my bed every night.
Wen Nuan. Come up here.
He wouldn't let me hide. I walked toward him. He claimed me as his wife.
It's for my wife.
The heir left the room. My ears were ringing so loud I could barely hear the gasps from the audience. He didn't just protect my dream, he claimed me in front of the whole world. Lin Wanru walked toward the stage, but Qin Xiao's hand was a vice around mine. He wasn't letting go.
Wife, at this very moment, is standing right beside me.
The shock on Lin Wanru's face was satisfying. I was no longer a student. I was Mrs. Qin. Lin Wanru tried to save face, stammering about their family's long friendship and how I couldn't possibly be worthy of him. She looked at me like I was dirt under her shoe, but Qin Xiao wasn't having it. He looked her up and down with a coldness that would freeze the sun.
Worthy or not, it's for me to decide. Even a single hair of Wen Nuan is more precious than you.
I watched as the crowd turned on her, their whispers turning into shouts for her to get out. For the first time in my life, I wasn't the one being chased away. Qin Xiao stood there like a shield, making sure everyone knew exactly where I stood. I asked why he chose me over a business marriage. He looked at me with burning intensity.
Do you think I, Qin Xiao, need a business marriage to maintain my status?
He told me to just focus on being his wife. In that moment, the contract between us felt like it was dissolving, replaced by something much more dangerous, real feelings. I ran into Lu Yang, my senior from home. But Qin Xiao arrived to pick me up, and he didn't look happy.
Who are you? Let go of Junior Wen Nuan?
I was caught between two worlds, and both were about to collide. Lu Yang was shouting in anger. Qin Xiao just looked at him with pure contempt.
Girlfriend? Well, did you know that Wen Nuan is my wife?
Qin Xiao only cared about marking his territory. Qin Xiao wanted to make sure no other man would ever dare look at me again.
Next time you look for a girlfriend, you should check if she already has a husband.
He practically dragged me to the car, leaving Lu Yang standing there in the dust. I could feel the jealousy radiating off him in waves, cold and sharp. He wasn't just my husband by contract anymore. He was becoming a possessive shadow. Qin Xiao locked himself in his office. Assistant Zhou begged me to calm him down.
Look, just get in there and explain everything about your relationship with Senior Hurry. Go.
I walked into the office with a tray of food and a heart full of dread. He didn't even look up from his desk, but I could feel his gaze burning through me. I had to fix this, but I had no idea how. I tried to explain that Lu Yang was just a role model from my village, someone I looked up to because he was a genius who made it to the city. I thought telling him the truth would help, but I was wrong. Every word of praise I had for Senior was like adding fuel to a fire I didn't know how to put out.
Protect you? Does my woman, a woman of Qin Xiao, need his protection?
I knew I'd messed up.
Get out.
I left. He claimed to be busy, yet he was checking his watch as school let out.
What meeting? Postpone it. Get the car ready.
Little did he know, my world already revolved around his chaotic orbit. He was trying to mark his territory at the school gate, determined to prove that a scholarship student couldn't possibly compete with the man at the top of the Forbes list. Yan begged me to join a dinner. I needed a breather from the mansion's tension.
Yuan, the student union dinner is tonight. You should come too.
I finally gave in. I sent a message to Assistant Zhou, telling Qin Xiao not to bother coming. I needed one night where I wasn't Mrs. Qin, just Wen Nuan. I didn't realize that my attempt at independence would only push him over the edge. Qin Xiao ordered the car to follow us.
That's the madam. They're driving away. Lord Qin, are we really not going to follow her?
I didn't see the black sedan trailing our taxi, but I could feel the temperature dropping. He was coming for me, and he wasn't planning on being a silent observer. He was ready to reclaim what he believed belonged to him. Lu Yang saw my ring as a shackle and started shouting that I was being forced.
Stop covering for him. I know. Marrying Qin Xiao isn't what you really want.
Every word he spoke in my defense was actually digging a deeper grave for my relationship with Qin Xiao. He thought he was being a hero, but he was just exposing the cracks in my life for everyone to see. Qin Xiao listened from the shadows, forced to confront the reality of our contract.
Right. I was the one who asked for this marriage, only for the sake of the child. I guess I never considered if she was actually willing.
I saw the flicker of doubt in his eyes as he stood there. Was I really just a prisoner in his gilded cage? The silence between us was becoming more dangerous than any argument we'd ever had before. I had to end this before Qin Xiao did something we'd regret. I stepped forward and cut Lu Yang off.
Senior Lu Yang, have you had enough of this nonsense?
Who is that shadow?